welcome back to another vlog. Today we are having a catch up. You and I, quick catch up. I say quick, you know I'm gonna waffle and chat galore to you. But I have written a list to try and, you know, keep things in check. I've got so much to go through with you. I was gonna do a catch up in the car, but I know we were running around in the car last week for the home shopping vlog. So we're doing a get ready with me today. It feels very old school. In fact, both of my last two videos have felt quite old school, and that kind of fits quite nicely because this month, on the 20th of May, I'm celebrating 15 years on YouTube. And it's left me thinking a lot about 15-year-old Brogan and what she would think of the life we have today and the fact I still make vlogs. I think she'd be very proud, and I think she'd be excited. And this month especially has me pinching myself at all the cool opportunities that are coming our way and the things we get to do. And we're traveling a lot. Some trips are with brands or opportunities we've been invited to, and others are our own things that we've been booking. Some things we will be vlogging, some we won't, and I'll explain and talk about that as we go through. But I've written a list. So let's get ready for the day. I have done my skincare. I've attempted to style my hair. It's still drying, as you can see. I have already put my moisturiser and stuff on, but I am just popping on my favourite Garnier Vitamin C Serum Cream. Just circling back to 15 years on YouTube before we carry on, I just wanted to say thank you so much. If you've been here for one day or the full 15 years, I appreciate you so much. I honestly count my lucky stars that I get to do this as a job. This is my dream. I never take it for granted. And at the weekend, I was in Southampton and I met quite a few people who were going on cruises because of the cruise terminal. A few people were telling me how they watched my vlogs. We inspired them to cruise. One girl I met, she said, "Oh, I've watched before Benji was here, like when you were living in your flat." And it's so funny because when I meet people, they have a moment where they started watching. It always just blows my mind that some of you have been here for that long. So thank you very, very much. It means a lot to me. I feel a lot of pressure sometimes to like keep producing and keep sharing new content and keeping it fresh and staying relevant. And creators these days, there's a lot of trends and styles and making it so swish and professional. And I started this channel with just the worst little camera and just a dream of being able to share things I love and connect with people. And for the first 4 or 5 years of making videos, I didn't earn a penny. Like nothing. You didn't make money. It was just for fun. And sometimes I do miss those old days, but sometimes I really love how it is today too. How it's normalized, I think. Like it's not weird. And if you have a hobby or a niche or you collect something, you'll find your people. And isn't that so cool? Like when I talk about jelly cats or pins or, you know, Disney or Formula One, there's always someone that gets it as well. And we connect over that. And that blows my mind sometimes. That was the first thing I wanted to say. I'm just excited that I'm celebrating 15 years. It's really, really cool. Concealer I just popped on my eyes is the Tarte Creaseless Creamy Concealer. This is not a makeup tutorial, okay? This is just me throwing on my everyday makeup face. I got to work with Erborian this year. I absolutely love them, but I am actually an extremely loyal customer. Like they are everywhere in my life. I love them so much. Oh, there's the Erborian concealer actually. I was wondering where that went. Sometimes I'll use the CC BB Correct if I'm not really going anywhere or doing anything. If I wanted a bit more coverage, then I go for the BB cream. We'll go for the CC Red Correct today because I'm literally just at home today working. I have quite a lot on my plate at the moment because I'm working with quite a few different brands on Instagram. Been doing a campaign for TUI, South Western Railway, worked with Big Potato Games again. I've got a discount code for them actually. I've not been asked to talk about it, but a lot of you do ask. It's Brogan20 and that gives you 20% off all their games on their website. If you're interested and you want some new games for the summer, then definitely check them out. I've not been asked to talk about them, but I have been working on quite a few different things, which has been really nice. We haven't been home an awful lot recently. We have been on the go quite a lot, but when we have been at home, it's been really nice to get back into routines, back into the gym. Been trying my best to eat well, sleep well. Routines are just so important to me when I'm back home because I lose them the minute I leave the door. Like as soon as I'm on the road going somewhere, everything is out, right? So it's been really nice to settle back in, and I worked on a little tiny project recently where I put up a new pin board next to my books here. Oh, you can see my suitcase is just ready to go. It never goes away these days. But yeah, let's talk about the pin board. So as you'll know, I've got these pins, which I will do an update on these pins at some point. I don't know how that looks. Do you want a whole video on it? Do you want it in a home vlog? I'm not sure, but these are my normal pin boards. But this is my new book board next to my actual books because I had quite a lot of book pins and they were taking up space on the other side. So I created this board which has got some bookmarks, some art. I hang my Jellycat keychains there, swap them out when I change my bags. And it was just such a fun, lovely project. And I filmed it for Instagram because honestly, I didn't think it would be that interesting. And it really resonated with people. Everyone loved it and got really excited. So I did put up as a YouTube short as well. You might have seen it. And it was just a really fun little project. So I just bought the pin board from Amazon because these boards that my mum used to sell, the supplier has stopped producing them, if that makes any sense. So we can't get hold of them at the moment, which is super frustrating. So I cannot get any more boards, which is why I didn't just get another board on the side. I had to think outside the box, which is how the book board came about. Anyway, I absolutely love it. It feels very girly, very pretty, and is really tied in this little book nook corner that I have here. I love it so much. So I did work on that. But in terms of other sorry, I'm finding it hard to what am I doing? Makeup. What am I doing next? Sometimes I do powder, then I do blush. Sometimes I do blush, then powder. You know what? We'll do some powder right now. Powder is the Rimmel Stay Matte Pressed Powder with an e.l.f. powder brush. House projects we want to work on next, definitely the bathroom. My tap has broken and we have IKEA units, and if you've ever had them, do you know the IKEA units where they bobble a little bit just from wear and use, where all the water sort of splashes around and stuff? They need replacing. I might actually just take them straight back to IKEA and see if they'll sort them out, because I know IKEA are pretty good at stuff like that. We want to spruce it up a bit, put some new art and get a new bath mat and change under the sink. I want to sort out all my beauty products. I might do a whole vlog on that when I'm home in the summer and not on the go. That's not a project I want to start with one day at home. No. But that is something we want to do. Let's do my eyebrows. I'm using the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. I have had my brows microbladed, which helps keep the shape and the colour. And when I'm not wearing makeup, I feel confident enough that they're there and they're done and I don't have to do a lot. But when I am wearing makeup, I do quite like a little bit. So that's why I use an eyebrow pencil. Anyway, I think I talked about this in one of my last vlogs in the catch up, but I went down to the Nirvana spa, which I almost don't want to talk about it because I don't want it to be busy or popular. Don't go, but definitely go. It's an amazing spa in Wokingham, I think. I said Woking last time and someone corrected me. No, it's Wokingham. It's about 20 minutes from Reading train station and I absolutely love it there. And I've been a couple of times this year already. It's my switch off place. And Benji has been to the Wokefield golf, what's it called? Golf course. Of course. My God, I'm losing it. So yeah, it's where I go to just sit and read all day and it has been absolutely glorious. Only works if we're on the way to London or we're staying nearby or whatever, but it has been so nice and I have loved hanging out there. I'm actually trying to have at least a day a month where I completely switch off, just to read, just to be by myself, pure switch off. I'm finding it very difficult to switch off at the moment. Even when I try and take a couple of days off, there is always something or someone that needs me or needs my attention or needs an edit. Obviously this job is so flexible, but trying to find balance can sometimes be tricky for me. So that has been really lovely for me. I really enjoyed that. We also saw Oliver in London. Theatre show. That was the last show we saw. I can't believe I've never seen Oliver. I saw the film forever ago, but I couldn't remember anything. So I went in a bit blind, to be honest. All I remembered was, please, can I have some more, sir? I said to Benji, I don't actually know what happens in this. So that was really cool because it's a classic, isn't it? And a lot of people said to me, how have you not seen Oliver? And it was just one of those ones that's just, because it's always there, it's never a priority. I try and see shows I know are going or are really popular or I know I'm definitely going to love. But I really did enjoy it. We actually worked with South Western Railway, which was a dream job, by the way, because I've been using their trains forever, my whole life. So that was really fun. And they said, what is your perfect spring day out? And I was like, well, theatre, obviously. And there weren't many matinees on the Wednesday that we so happened to be doing this campaign. So when I was looking at choices, Oliver came up and I thought, yeah, let's go and see that. So that was really good. Really enjoyed that. NYX Control Freak Eyebrow Setting Gel. I love this. It's just like a clear mascara, basically. Sets them in place. Is my hair drying? It's been really frizzy at the back at the moment. This back bit does not want to curl. The back is none of my business. Do I want any eyeshadow on today? Yeah, do you know what I will? I've had this eczema flare up for honestly 2 months and it's been so stubborn, but I think it's finally gone. Went back to the doctors about it and they prescribed me with a slightly less steroid cream because it was just so stubborn. It would not go, which was really frustrating. But anyway, let's curl my eyelashes first. I've got really long lashes, but if I don't curl them, they kind of just sort of stick straight out. Whereas when I curl them, if I come in close, you might be able to tell. Hang on. Can you see the difference that makes? Massive. So curl them first. Natasha Denona, I Need a Nude palette, which is my absolute all-time favourite. This is what I wore on my wedding day. I accidentally dropped it and smashed some of the shades. So I did buy a new one, but I kind of saved this for special occasions. I'm trying to use up this one basically. But I don't know what the colours are because when it broke, a lot of them fell out and I just plonked them back in. I think this is Mia in the corner. Anyway, it's just like a soft brown. I think we're just going to do one shade all over. I had this really lovely Hourglass eyeshadow stick and that also broke during my travels. Speaking of travel, actually, let's talk about the next trips. So by the time you see this video, we would have already been and gone, but you'll see it as the next vlog. But we are off to Vienna in Austria with YouTube. I've never been abroad with YouTube and I'm so honoured to be invited and to be in YouTube circle because I always say to them, I'm such a YouTube fangirl and they know it. Like when I go to an event, if they give me any kind of goodies that have the YouTube logo on it, my inner child, that 17-year-old girl that started the YouTube channel, she is freaking out. I still get so excited. And so anytime they invite me anywhere or ask me to be on a panel or they ask me to do like research and Zoom calls, like I'm there. I'm so excited. I'm so grateful. So yes, they invited us to Vienna because we're actually going to the final for Eurovision, which is so cool. And I actually have a sparkly plaid suit that I think I'm going to wear. Here, you can't really see it actually. It's just, oh, hello.
One cup of tea for the wife.
Thank you. What cup have we got today?
We're in Auckland today.
Auckland. Okay.
Yeah.
That was a nice surprise. Haven't had a cup of tea yet today. What was I saying? Vienna. Benj has been doing a little bit of research, just to take that off my plate, and he's been finding places to go. And then last night we booked some museums, the hop on and off bus. What else did we book? I think that was it really. There wasn't too much to book. We've just been doing some research, looking at restaurants, where the locals go, all that kind of stuff. But also what's the most touristy things that we definitely can't miss. We only have 2 days there and half of it is obviously a schedule to the Eurovision contest. And we're going backstage and we're doing some like behind the scenes stuff. We're seeing the green room, we're meeting the makeup artists, we're seeing how the production comes together. I just thought that was so cool. I love the behind the scenes of anything. I love seeing how it comes together. I love seeing like the TV cameras and the teleprompters and just how everything happens. And a job that I would love to do if I didn't do YouTube, which was like an idea I had, you know, when I was younger, was I'd love to be a theatre assistant, work in the production team, work backstage and support with the running of a show. And when I was at school, I actually hated being on the stage. And there was one moment where we did a dance production and I had all of the costumes like on my arms for the girls to like do quick changes. And I loved that. I loved being the girl with a clipboard and a headset. So to be able to like go behind the scenes of Eurovision is honestly, I thought that's so cool. Can't believe I'm saying this, but we're home for one day, just one day before we then go back to Heathrow and fly to France. We're going to a town called Annecy, which is stunning, and we're going there with Honda. And then I'm only home for about a week before I go to Lisbon in Portugal with Amazon. Some of you may remember last year I did the creator camp. It was really cool, and they run this Amazon summit once a year to bring loads of their creators together to talk about updates, news, plans, what's trending, how to maximize our Amazon storefronts. It's a really, really cool, fun experience, and I'm very grateful to be invited. That is May. That's just May. In terms of vlogs, I'm definitely going to show you Vienna, but I'm undecided. I think France I probably won't film, in all honesty. I'll share all of that over on Instagram and then we can do an update or catch up when I'm back. And then the Amazon Summit, I'm not sure. I might try and vlog some of that actually, because last year you guys really enjoyed that. Mascara, I love the Merit mascara. I think it's just literally just called, Clean Lash, and the Tarte Tartlette. And I don't know why I do this, but I love layering different mascaras. So these are my favorite right now. For blusher, I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Disney 100 Light Up Wand thing, I think it's called. Beauty Light Wand in the shade Pink. I just love these. Just blop, 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 and then blend. I don't want to tell you all our trips we're doing just yet. We have hinted at a couple here and there. Some of you saw in the New York vlog that we may have a Virgin Voyages cruise booked. Haven't said where or when yet, but that's going to be fun. We have not cruised in a while, well, since the Disney cruise. So we want to try and get back to cruising, but we wanted to try a different cruise line, something we haven't done before, a route we haven't done before, and every destination we're going to, I've never been to before as well. So we really try and like think outside the box of stuff you haven't seen or we haven't covered before. I can tell you we're going back to Dublin. So we're going to be filming a Dublin vlog, and the reason for our Dublin trip, this is the second time we've been this year, is to go and visit one of my best friends, Bianca. She had a baby. Really, really excited that one of my friends has had a baby, another baby to squish. I can't wait. We are working on our European theme park series. Last year we did Phantasialand in Germany. This year we're looking at Efteling in the Netherlands, coming soon. We have friends that live out there as well, so we're combining seeing them and going to visit Efteling. And if you watched our Disneyland Paris vlogs, you know that we have basically been trying our best to look at Disneyland before the 70th anniversary celebrations end. We have a companion voucher with British Airways, and we have quite a lot of Avios points, so I have been checking every day, and I think I've found some really good flights. So watch this space. Disneyland, California. Basically, a lot going on. I hope you can get excited with us. We really are loving sharing all our travels, and you might have noticed that our travel has definitely increased this year. The reason for that is because we've got a big trip we're planning next year in the pipeline to celebrate our 10 years together, our anniversary, which we'll share more of later on when we've finalised it. And then we're looking at potentially moving house next year, and I would love to get another dog. And that is the sort of longer term vision. However, a new house and a dog ties us longer. We can still travel with the support of my mum, Benji's mum, my brother, etc., but not as frequently, and especially if we want to get a younger dog, which we would love to rescue or rehome again like we did with Bonnie, but obviously the time with Bonnie felt so short-lived. Like 4 years just didn't feel long. And I know that even if you had a puppy, you're not guaranteed for them to live till they're 10 or 15, but we knew with Bonnie that our time was always going to be short. Our next dog, I would love to be able to get a younger one, but we know we need to dedicate a chunk of time when we do say yes to another dog and when we do move house again. And I don't know which order we want to do things in yet either. It just makes sense right now for us to keep doing more adventures and showing you more things. And this is my job. So although sometimes people think I'm constantly on holiday, it is my job to film and share travels. And I know some of you only like travels and some of you only like home and some of you like both. Some years will be more of some and less of others, and that's just the way the cookie crumbles. I've pretty much finished this makeup, by the way. I don't think apart from lips, I'm just going to add my Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. TV, movies, books. Movies, we recently went to see The Devil Wears Prada 2. I feel like everyone and their mum has seen this, so there's no point in me giving much of a review, but I really enjoyed it. I just didn't love it as much as the first one. I thought it had a good balance of modern references and throwbacks, kind of like If You Know, You Know. We actually watched the first one recently because Benji had never seen it, so we saw it about 2 weeks before we saw number 2, so everything was really fresh in my mind. I do wish that there was more of the new assistant. The actress that's in Bridgerton, I think her name is Simone, is it? Simone Ashley. I thought she was really good. I would have loved more of her. It was a feel-good film, worth seeing in the cinema, had a good time. And then last night we went and saw Michael, which has got really good reviews. I really enjoyed it. So the actor that actually plays Michael in the film is called Jafar Jackson, which is Michael's nephew. And I have gone down a rabbit hole of watching interviews with him. It's his debut acting role, but oh my goodness, he was flawless. Like the mannerisms, the style, like the way that he portrayed Michael felt so real. However, I just wish I'd known that the movie is basically a part 1. There's going to be a part 2. I'm not sure if it's confirmed, but it basically ends halfway through his life. So if you're going into it, no, you're not going to get the full story up until he sadly obviously dies. It stops at the bad tour. So you get sort of halfway. But Benj made a really good point that they didn't really touch on a lot that we didn't already know. There's quite a lot of full songs that you see, and I wanted a bit more behind the scenes, but I did think it was very good. And we also just recently saw MJ the musical, so everything felt a little bit samey for us. It was a bit repetitive. That is definitely a movie you do want to see on a big screen with the, surround surround sound. It's so good. It feels like you're actually in the concert and enjoying it all. Amazing. I literally only watch YouTube. We all know that Kevin, WDW Kevin, is my favourite channel ever. I watch every single one of his vlogs. I love pin trading videos. So I also love Elizabeth Ever After. I watch all of hers. I just really enjoy her little cozy vlogs. Even if they're like 20, 30 minutes, I'll put them on. I just, every time she pops up, I watch her straight away. My lovely friend Daniel J. Layton, whenever he has a vlog up, I'm always watching it. My friend Joel Wood, any vlogs I can just pop on in the background. Obsessed. They're the ones that stand out to me. I didn't write a list, so that's just like off the top of my head. If I see any of those people in my subscription box, straight away I watch anything that they upload. But I did want to touch on some TV stuff because there's some really good things coming, mostly on Amazon Prime. I'm quite niche in what I like. I'm very much an Emily in Paris, The Summer I Turned Pretty, Maxton Hall, anything like that. That's my kind of jam. But what's coming is very exciting because we have got Off Campus, which I actually read the book. It's on the shelf there, the pink one, The Deal. I actually have the next one, The Mistake, which I want to read. The books are like 10 years old, but they've basically adapted to TV, which I'm really looking forward to. That is so my kind of thing. I think it's already out by the time you see this. So if you like the same kind of TV as me, Off Campus, even if you haven't read the book, I'm sure it'd be something you'll enjoy. And then we've also got Every Summer After, which again is adapted from a book I read, which is Carly Fortune Every Summer After, but I think the show is called Every Year After, which will follow that world. I also read the second book, which was called One Golden Summer, and I love Carly Fortune's books, so I've been working through them. I've got 2 more to enjoy, but I think she's amazing, and I'm so excited that they've made a TV show for it, and it looks really good. If you like The Summer I Turned Pretty, I think you'll absolutely love Every Year After. And then we're also going to get the prequel for Legally Blonde coming, also on Prime, I believe. Amazon Prime are killing it with shows. So I'm very, very, very excited for all of that. And then also book adaptations to TV. I'm currently reading Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt. It is also my Brogan's Book Club pick for May. And this has been adapted to a movie for Netflix. But they're all the TV and movies and shows. I'm also watching Race Across the World. We always watch this. This is our like dinner show. I know it's really bad to eat your meals while watching TV, but we do. It's a guilty pleasure. We started when we moved in together and we've never let it go. I'm waiting for The Traitors or Bake Off. They're my favourite TV shows. Books wise, I just had one book I wanted to recommend to you if you're looking for something to read. I should probably grab it, shouldn't I? This is absolutely incredible. Loved it. Abby Jimenez, The Night We Met. It is number 2, but you don't need to read number 1 because it's not like a sequel. It stands alone. The characters just cross over. This is about Larissa, who dates a guy called Mike, but she ends up building a really sweet relationship with his best friend, Chris. Chris has so many green flags, and he is very much a acts of service kind of guy. It's the closest I've read to a character being similar to Benji. So that's why I loved it a lot, I think. But I actually read this in a day at the Nirvana Spa when I had that reading day. I read the whole thing. I started at like 1 o'clock and I finished just before midnight. So if you want something nice and easy and light and fun with a lot of yearning, will they, won't they? This is what you need. We're going to film a home vlog in the next couple of days. That'll be coming hopefully next week. But I just want to say thank you for bearing with me. If there's less vlogs this month, it's just because I obviously am balancing loads of things. But I promise it's all going to be so worth it and so exciting. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day and I'll see you in the next ones. Bye!